Stop.
TikTok talking shit. Why was I talking shit? Because I thought the Bills, if they were ever going to do it, I'm not even a Bills fan. If the Bills were ever going to do it, it was going to be this year. Poor Tyler Bass is deleting all his social medias. Lamar, on behalf of everybody who's not a Taylor Swift fan and a Chiefs fan, please don't be Josh Allen. Be Lamar Jackson. And don't let this motherfucker back in the Super Bowl. Just don't. Please. And every Chiefs fan's gonna be like, oh, no, I know! I'm a Giants fan, alright? I don't give a fuck. Even though I do. Congrats to the Chiefs. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is him. There you go. Are you happy now? There you go. Someone said stand on business. I'm standing on business. I was talking shit. I said, you think Patrick Mahomes is gonna march into Buffalo and win? I mean, yeah. But I put my faith in the Bills because I was like, if they're ever going to do it, it'd be this year. Now what do? Do you blow it up? Kinda, right? Stephon Diggs is always fighting with Josh Allen, talking shit on the sideline to Gabe Davis about him. You got James Cook. Just, what the fuck? I don't know. I'm a Giants fan. I don't give a fuck. I didn't bet on the Bills. I just went on TikTok and said, hey, I think the Bills are going to win. And guess what? Yeah, I was wrong. So there you guys go.
And that's how we're going to start it off today. Fucking what a travesty. And I feel so sorry for my man Double Down right here.
Yo, that was great. For not a Bills fan, it kind of made me think that you like the Bills. I'm gonna be honest.
But I'm just like, it's do you like the Bills or do you not like the Chiefs? And a lot of people don't like the Chiefs. It's your boy Rocky Prop, Rookie Bass, Rocky Bobby, fucking reverse Kermit. Here with Double Down Dan. And dude, it's frustrating as fuck. Poor Tyler Bass is deleting all his social medias.
As he should, that piece of fucking trash. Fucking cocksucker.
Oh, Bills. It shouldn't have got to that point. It shouldn't have got to that point.
It shouldn't have. You're right. Let me go ahead and take the lead here.
Go ahead.
It's fucking just a Buffalo fucking thing to lose like that. It's the most. I was explaining to my girl while we're watching the game how bad Buffalo's luck is with fucking last second field goals in important games. And as I'm fucking saying it, the ball is going straight through. I'm like, oh, we're good. And it fucking hooks. And I'm like, see what I fucking mean? You see what I fucking mean? That's what. Okay. I've been a Buffalo fucking Bills fan. I'm 33 this year. I wasn't really alive for all the heartbreak in the 90s. But holy fucking shit, have I had my ass kicked just repeatedly by this fucking team. As you're saying in that fucking TikTok, at the end, yeah, you have to blow it up. And like a lot of the guys in the locker room afterwards were fucking morose because they know that this team will never play together again. And they blew another shot at this was the year that we had the most capability. And listen, without a doubt, this team would have been miles better with all of the fucking injuries that we had. Yeah. If we had those guys back, I think we go to the Super Bowl this year, and I really think we have a good shot at winning it. The Bengals, who repeatedly beat us, were out. We that's our fucking playoff kryptonite. I know people think it's the Chiefs, but I genuinely think that we have a better team than the Chiefs. I know that's fucking stupid to say because we just fucking lost, but I genuinely think that we have a better team than the Chiefs. Like, I just do. I think talent-wise right now this was the fucking year that we could have got it done. What it shows you is that Buffalo mentally is just not tough, and that's what fucking sucks about it. Stephon Diggs can do all the bitching he wants. He doesn't show up in big moments. So, like, how can you run back with that guy? You can't. You have to keep cooking Josh, but the rest of it has to fucking go. Our defense is fucking aging beyond all belief right now.
Yeah, you know who stood out?
Who?
Khalil Shakir looked phenomenal.
He's great. He did a great job. But leading me to my last point with this fucking game, Sean McDermott's got to go. You can't run it back with that fucking guy again. This is effectively Buffalo's Super Bowl window closing. This is the last game. This is the fucking nail in the coffin.
What'd you think about the
fucking Bills fan?
What'd you think about the fake?
I thought it was the stupidest fucking thing that you could possibly fucking. I just don't like you. You trot out DeMar Hamlin to fucking pretend like he's the best player in the league that you have on the sideline. Like, if you're gonna fucking run a fake punt, just run a fucking regular play. Just run a regular fucking play with the most dynamic fucking dude in the NFL. Listen, all the shit that I just talked about the Bills, Josh Allen is him. I don't give a fuck what everyone has to say about fucking Patty Mahomes. Josh Allen, when he plays mistake-free football, is the best quarterback in the league, and he's top 3 in the league, just all positions. The kid has a cannon. The kid fucking can run. He was fucking doing everything in his power to will that team to victory yesterday, and everyone around him was failing him. And he was the only reason that we were fucking in that game. And James Cook were the only fucking reasons we were in that game. Without them, we would have lost 42-0. And that's fucking calling every other fucking skill position out, by the way. Every one of those fucking wide receivers, every one of those tight ends disappeared yesterday. Josh Allen can't win a fucking game by himself, but he damn near did it. So give that man his fucking flowers. But the rest of the team is a fucking piece of shit, and they need to know it.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I feel depression right now, and I'm not even a Bills fan. It was tough. So I feel for you. And I mean, like, other than that, we threw up 8 picks this week, and I think we went 5-3. And
as always,
it doesn't matter if our favorite teams win or lose or fucking whatever the case may be. We're always hitting our bets, and so I think it's a good time to I mean, I do have 2 Bills and Chiefs TikToks if you want to watch them real quick, or should we just
fucking run it? I love fucking pain.
And then we'll
let's
get to
go.
the picks. I love pain.
9 for 9. You know what that means, right?
Yeah, come on, bro.
9 for 9. You know what that means, right?
2 seconds later.
Cursed! They're fucking cursed!
I hate cheering for the Bills, man. How do you do this every year?
No disrespect. What year is this for, Pat? 7 or 8? 7? 7, right? He's only been here once, so he's never been here. Simple as that. Pat has never been to the Bills Stadium in full effect. I'm excited.
So we talked in the last podcast about that clip, and I was like, Dan, if this is my team, this is not what I want to hear out of them. And you were like, why? He's making a point, da-da-da-da-da. He said, I didn't like it because what it sounded like to me was based on all the talk of being like, it's Buffalo's year, this is the year they do it, and the fact that they weren't in Kansas City, throughout that interview, it made it sound like to me that like he was like, you know what, Pets, he's only played at home. So what's that mean? That means we're gonna waltz our way to a victory, and like it just didn't seem like the fucking mentality. Not saying that's why they didn't make it, but you gotta have that. I'm fucking 5'8", If it was me though, and I'm in the league and I'm in on this team, I'm like, I don't care if we're playing at Kansas City, if we're playing wherever the fucking Super Bowl this is this year, if we're playing in Buffalo, we're playing wherever, if we're playing on fucking Mars, I'm gonna gun for this dude. And I would like whatever I would just, it doesn't matter. And it was just, it was tough to watch. And they had it, and they, whatever the case may be, we can talk on it for like 5 more seconds, then I'll let you take a fucking breather.
Fucking in here, listen, and I told you this beforehand when you picked Buffalo. And what did I say last week? I said, I know that the Chiefs are probably going to win here.
Yep.
But I'm going to take Buffalo anyways because I think they're the better team. I think Buffalo is the better team. I think they didn't show up. And it's all mentality. It's all mentality. If you're beat here before you're already on the field, you're fucked, dude. And that's all that. And what that tells me is that you need a new head coach. And that's what I really want to stress here. He is not the guy that's going to get you over the hump. He's done his best work. We've gotten to a good point. It's time to hand the fucking keys over to somebody that lets other people make decisions and isn't a control freak and isn't a fucking he's honestly, when it comes down to it, he's not a big game coach. Nope. And when you have Hall of Famers out there ready to go and you have a team that has the best quarterback in the league, bar none, like talent-wise is the best quarterback in the league. I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say. He's talent-wise on fucking talent alone, the best quarterback in the league. He is. When you have that, you have to capitalize, and you can't waste them like Phillip Rivers in fucking in San Diego. You can't waste them like that. If you got Peyton Manning, you gotta fucking shell out some money for a team around him. There's things that you can keep from this fucking team, but the offense needs an overhaul, and we need a new head coach.
I think that's well said. Sorry. Yeah, no, I think that was well said. I'll let it rest now. Huge trending topic, was tough to watch, but I remember when Josh Allen got drafted and those clips going around of people reacting to it, like getting all hyped for the pick, and then they're like, "Oh, what are they doing?" Like, you do got a stud, and you know a new coach would benefit the team well, and whether Diggs is there next season or not, it's just got to be different. So,
sayonara, Diggs. Never want to see you on a fucking field again for Buffalo. Thank you.
So let's take a little swivel here to our picks of the week. We went a cool 5-3, as we do, always in the positive. We missed on Isaiah Likely, who did score a touchdown, and Dan said he likes Isaiah Likely for an anytime touchdown, even though it's not in the graphic. Amon-Ra St. Brown just didn't get there, but Detroit, what a fucking win for Detroit. And Harrison Butker did not get there. But James Cook, Christian McCaffrey for the anytime tutty brought me in some bread. Jordan Love for the over on his rushing total, or the under. This is the wrong display. For the under on his rushing total hit. And Kate,
are you sure? Hey, are you sure Butker didn't hit?
I asked you. You sasaid no. I can look. Let me see.
He definitely hit. I said he did.
Oh, he did. Oh, so we went 6-2 if he did.
Yeah. Butker hit.
Yeah. So while I double check that, give me a little conversation on this.
I think the only spot I was surprised on, and we almost lost that fucking James Cook one when he lost a couple yards at the end, but he pulled it out, thankfully. The only one I was really surprised on, Isaiah Likely didn't catch he caught 2 passes, caught an amazing touchdown. I feel like he was open the whole game, and Lamar just refused to throw him the ball. I think I saw a bunch of people on Twitter throwing out the same shit, because I'm pretty sure everyone had Isaiah Likely this week, which makes me think of just being a fucking moron. I shouldn't have put. When the public has it, we got to fade it from now on. That's kind of the system we got to work with here. Yeah. But projections had him safely sound with like 55 yards, so I thought this was a slam dunk. So that was my biggest surprise. Jordan Love, that's easy. He looked great. And thank you for not running. That should be a less on that. But thank you for not running. McCaffrey, that was easy. Cook gave us a little bit of sweat when he lost a couple yards, but the carries were easy. I mean, I feel like all of these were really, really relatively easy. I wasn't too surprised by Amon-Ra. They had, it was a fucking. I feel like they had the game pretty tightly wound up there. But yeah, I feel like another solid week, 6-2, still not getting the fucking praise we deserve, obviously, but eventually it'll come.
Yeah, so I'm going to update this. I literally just updated this really quick. I'm going to see if I can add it to the display. So yeah, we hit them all on the under. Or do we hit? Here we go. There we go. Yeah,
Hey,
so
man.
we did go 4,
6 and
5,
2.
6 and 2. Yeah, and that's dude. It's honestly like I'm not surprised anymore about how well we've been doing. And then I fixed Jordan Love's to the under, so that's the correct display. Yeah, Amon-Ra likely both had good games, just didn't get there. Amon-Ra had a pretty tall line, and I'm pretty sure Rashee Rice had a tall line too, and I'm not sure if he got there. But yeah, we've been absolutely cooking over here on Degen Fantasy. If you guys would like to tail us, hop on Degen Fantasy Premium, $10 a week or $30 a month. You save $10. Save $10 by doing it monthly. All our picks are parlays of the day. Our parlays of the day are cooking. We did not do one this week. Odd slate. We didn't post one this week. But check us out on @Degen Fantasy Premium. So, looking over at the bracket, this is not the updated one. How are you feeling as the rounds progress to now we're in the conference finals? And we got Baltimore and KC, and then San Fran and Detroit. My question for you is, do you think Detroit can get there?
Yeah, I think San Francisco looked really vulnerable last week, especially against like a fucking
Green
like
Bay
a
looked
tall,
great.
and we were warned. PFF warned us a little bit earlier in the week that the San Fran defense has been pretty middle of the pack lately. So we made a couple of moves on that prior to the game. But here's the best thing that I think is San Francisco does not have an effectively like popping stadium. Like there's not like a ton of crazy fans out there. I'm sure they're just in a different way. Like the Northeast is just fucking nuts. So realistically, I think the Lions get the best crowd here for an away team, and I think they have a good offense. The only thing that kind of steers me back to the 49ers is that Goff is just a terrible quarterback when it comes to playing away. I mean, I just think that has to be factored into it. Goff is just not fucking. He's a different dude outdoors, man. So you gotta wonder about that.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. And then my number one outlier right here is Deebo Samuel, because we saw Deebo when he left the game. San Fran looked kind of stuck, and it's amazing to me how much of a big factor Deebo is, because it's part of the running game, it's part of the receiving game. That the way he can affect how this offense moves is very impressive to me, and I was truly surprised. I'm trying to see. This is kind of lagging here, so I might close this. 49ers Samuel NFC Championship, blah blah, is 50-50 whether he is going to play versus Detroit. How much of a factor do you think that is?
It's a factor because it's Deebo, but it's something that you can work around, especially if you're San Francisco. You got McCaffrey, you got effect like Kittle's still there, Ayuk's still there. Like you can
Kittle had a great game. Kittle had a great game.
He had a great game. And best thing about these tight ends, and I fucking hate Travis Kelce, but he's showing up when they need him the most. Like you're seeing what it means to be like a veteran leader on a team. Like these guys are broken down. They're still coming. They're bringing big games. Kittle looks great. That offense was humming. I mean, even though Samuel went out, like they still scored 31 points. Like that's nothing to sneeze at. They were moving the fucking ball. They're still a dynamic fucking offense. And I think if they're running off the game plan that they know Debo's not going to be available, I think they can out scheme MCDC in Detroit. I just, it sucks, but I just think if Jared Goff's playing at home, I pick the Lions. If he's playing on the road, I got to go the other side.
There's something to be said about tight ends in the NFL this season and compared to prior seasons, because even just watching that Bills game, you saw how much better and how effective their offense was when they involved Kincaid. And Kincaid as a rookie to play in that game and get him 8 extra yards because he's just trying that hard on a fucking extra couple pushes just to get a first down or just to get extra yardage. It was incredible to see. And then you got Sam Laporta and Kittle, and you got Likely, and you got fucking like all these great fucking. Even you saw Otten getting really involved with the Bucks game. The role Otten's been fantastic. I think he's going to be a I think he's
Yeah.
going to be a nice pickup for
He's
fantasy
dynamic.
this coming season. But watching these tight ends and how much they're truly affecting the game, it almost seems to me, other than on teams like, or even like the Lions with Laporta, even though Monra's still getting the no pun intended, the lion's share of the offense, it's impressive to see how important the role of the tight end has been this entire season compared to other seasons, and how good a rookie class of tight ends is. So it just in the playoffs alone.
This was a great fucking rookie class, period.
Oh, phenomenal.
I mean, the most talent like that's come into a league that I can remember. I mean, like CJ Stroud,
immediate
like,
impact.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, these guys are walking out. It's great. Like we're gonna. I mean, eventually we'll be talking like the NFL is gonna be ready to expand because there's so much fucking talent coming into the fucking league. This is great. I mean, football is such a good position right now.
Yeah, it's been great. And then also I'm big into sports cards. So like the sports card industry this season for all the new boxes of cards, the hobby boxes that have been huge. People were freaking out over anything CJ Stroud related, and he wasn't signing a lot of products. So there's this large TikTok channel called Backyard Breaks, and they basically just buy cases on cases on cases of cards. And a case is like multiple boxes in one actual box. And they just rip trying to find these, like they call them case hits. And they hit a black 1-of-1 CJ Stroud, which is worth over $850,000 easy. It's his rarest card right now because he's not signing anything. It's unsigned. But this rookie class for the card game is going to be huge. For fantasy is going to be huge. And just for overall viewership, because you know, we're leaving an era where all these great quarterbacks are retiring. Fucking Tom Brady's gone. Aaron Rodgers is going to be gone soon. For some reason, Joe Flacco's back. But we're making a huge transition right now. And watching someone as electric as like a Jahmyr Gibbs just coming in and playing his game, being who he is, even in Tennessee. Tajay Spears, once Derrick Henry, you know, is ready to pack it up, he's a great looking running back. Breece Hall, and even though he wasn't a rookie this year, like the young groups are coming in and they're making football more dynamic. And to look at this board and look at how many rookies are really playing a factor and why their teams are here. You got Jahmyr Gibbs in Detroit and Sam Laporta. You had Dalton Kincaid, and it's clear how many years is Shakir? 2?
He's new. He's new to the team. He might be maybe a rookie, maybe a second-year player.
And then you got Rashee Rice, who's fairly new. You got Isaiah Likely, who's fairly new. You got CJ Stroud. And you got fucking who in San Fran? Like it's been incredible.
Hookah in LA too.
Hookah in LA has been fantastic. It's been a great season for draft classes, and it's going to correlate well to fantasy and a lot. And I never played it, but dynasty leagues where they fucking keep players year over year, and they trade for picks and shit. Fucking absolutely crazy. So real quick, run through it. Who do you got, San Fran or Detroit?
I'm probably gonna stick with San Fran there.
Okay. And then Baltimore or Kansas City?
Baltimore, yeah.
Crazy to see how it's unfolding after we broke down this little number right here, talking about the colors of the Super Bowl Bowl logos, and it looked
purple
like it's
and red
out.
this year.
It's panning out to be exactly what you'd think, and rolling through our picks.
You're going through like 60 screens right now.
No, I know, because one just disappeared right when I popped it through.
Yeah,
it's been absolutely fantastic. And I think it's honestly finally going to be, if that's the case, a great Super Bowl, because last year's was cool. There was one in the recent years that was really fucking boring. I think it's when the Bucks were there. Was it like a really low scoring game?
It was a really low scoring game.
So that'll be good for viewership, and you're seeing a trend in all sports now where scoring is the main priority, and also how they're calling games tailored to that fact of wanting to increase scoring. You're seeing it in hockey. You're seeing it in football. Baseball even added in a pitch clock, which I can still barely even watch the game now at a pitch clock, but everything is gearing towards more scoring.
Everything is gearing towards an expedited process as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep the game moving. Let's get the clock going.
Yeah.
I hear that baseball, that pitch clock is like fucking really benefited the games. The games were like 4 hours long before, and now they're like 3 hours or some shit like that. That's fucking great.
Can I ask you a question? So you've been betting for a decent amount of time, probably over 5 years, yeah?
Yep.
Have you seen, with this new inclination to create scoring drives and create scoring opportunities increase throughout these leagues, is the over different now compared to like 5 years ago?
Yeah, the over has really exploded. Just what the total has exploded.
Okay.
You're seeing a lot more 50s when there wasn't that many 50s in the NFL. Especially if you equate it to like the NBA, like you're seeing, some of these fucking totals are like 225. You weren't seeing 225 fucking 20 years ago. 30 years ago, you were seeing like 160, 170. Now average night in the NBA, you're looking at 206, 212. It's scoring has gone up. The number has gone up. But hey, the book set a good line as always. And over
Smart,
under
sharp lines. Yep.
Yeah. Unders are always better than overs. I'll tell you that.
I agree. So let's pivot because I like to use that word. And we're going to go to the UFC because we had our last stream. My boy Nick Fine came on. We were talking UFC, and I heard a little birdie told me that Double Down Dan had himself quite a night on the UFC. Let's talk about it, brother.
Yeah, I had a good night. I think we gave out a couple picks. Generally, we don't talk about the UFC at all. We can start integrating more. I do watch a lot of fights and shit. Pretty well versed. But yeah, the first spot I gave you, I think was Chris Curtis over 66 significant strikes. Yeah, I think he had like 150 or some shit like that. And then I gave you Matt time for a Mike Malott. He was fighting Neil Magny. I also gave you Neil Magny on a little money line there, and he cashed both of those. So yeah, we did good, man. We cleaned up pretty well. Usually fighting is definitely not my favorite sport to bet because it's so crazy, but we did really good, man.
Yeah, and it's probably one of the best sports to bet on entertainment-wise because what's better than fucking an MMA fight where people are beating the fucking shit out of each other? And then when you really get into the sport, like people who are die-hard UFC fans, it's fun to watch it with them. But once you really get into that sport, like it's got to be top 10, one of the most entertaining sports to view as a viewer. And so a lot of people in every commercial, every fucking sports betting commercial is like, hey, get in the game with the bet and make it more entertaining. Get in the game with this and make it more entertaining. So when you're actually getting in the fucking game and you're watching UFC, you're like, holy shit, is this just a different form of adrenaline? Because not only are you rooting for this, but you're also rooting for someone to get the fucking shit kicked out of them. So did you watch those all live or did you just recap it as you went through the night?
No, I watched live. A lot of fucking gamblers get cute and they stop watching sports after a while. I'm not that type of dude. I watch fucking everything.
You enjoy the cardio, the sweat?
Dude, I love a sweat. I love a good sweat. But I'm going to tell you something. I also appreciate a nice, easy winner. I love winning more than I love a sweat. I don't want to sweat. I want to fucking win. That's it. Simple as that. It's nice to look every morning and be like, oh, I'm up more money. That's great. Yeah. And just keep
Kevin walks in the room the other day. I'm watching the Devils and Blue Jackets at like 11 o'clock at night. And I had the Devils to win, and they were down 2 in the third. Right when I turned it on, there was 2 power plays back to back, and they scored twice in like 15 seconds to tie it up.
Oh, shit.
I was, let's go. Let's go. Kevin walks in. He's like, what's all the fucking noise? And I'm like, oh, I'm just watching this hockey game. And he looks to see if the Penguins are on because I'm a Penguins fan. And he's like, dude, you're a fucking nerd. He's like, you're watching this, getting all hyped about it. And I'm like, why do you think I'm watching it, Kev? He goes, oh, you got a little sports bet going on.
Goddamn right, buddy.
And
hey, like, you know what? Kevin's jealous. I'm just going to say it now. Hopefully he hears it. He sees this clip and he understands that he should be gambling with us and making money with us. But he refuses to get the vagina-laced tampon out of his butthole. I just, come on, man.
Listen, money, just let me tell y'all right now. And since starting this fucking channel, money's just been flowing out of my ears. From Fiverr to sports betting to fucking, I'm trying to find a job right now. Do I need one? Probably not. But hey, come on, a little extra bucks to throw in the Bovada.
Listen, you are going to become a professional gambler before I'm done with you. And you won't even have to worry about any of this nonsense.
You make me sound like a whore before I'm done with you. Before I send you back out to the streets. Like I didn't know I was being paid per
Listen,
hour.
once
Double
you
Down.
once you complete Double Down's gambling course, afterwards you're going to be good to go.
Speaking of, if you guys, I'm gonna get Dan on. If you guys want to get on Fiverr and check us out, I'll drop the link in the description. I'm doing sports betting coaching. If you like, check it out. Fiverr doesn't really, they don't really like that too much, but I will drop the link in the description, and I'm gonna get Dan on it too because thoroughly, if you guys have been with us from the jump, you've seen me go from a fantasy football kid that just enjoys fantasy and getting into a dynamic show that's fantasy and other sports, and also tailoring sports betting also allows us to talk in a niche about every sport, because usually a channel's niched, like, oh, we're talking football, that means it's a football channel, we got a football logo. But being a sports betting channel allows us to diversify everything. And also, I think when we get into fantasy football season next season, we're gonna have to tailor some videos just to that, because I know there's a huge demand for content creation in that market. But at the same time, to be able to come in and use my hockey knowledge and be able to bring it to the channel and use other knowledge, and same shit with Dan, I've truly grown into fucking a pretty decent sports bettor. And you know, because I'm so fantastic, let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. That's our parlay of the day. We got $50 to win a clean 400.
Let's go
50
ahead, pop
to
that one
win
up.
400. We took the best picks out of all our picks, and we made a little lay.
Bang.
Smashed it out the fucking park. Look at Jake Browning. He was projected to get 233 yards. We
Over by
smashed the
100.
over for 335. Devonta Smith, 5 receptions. Jameer Gibbs, 80 and fucking 20. And Dak Prescott had 2 passing TDs. Are you seeing this?
Oh my god.
Hold on, let me hit
It's
the
just
display
so
off.
sexy.
Fucking 11 and 3. And that
3 for 3 last night with Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, and Jared Goff.
is our parlay of the day. So we are officially we're
6-1.
6-1 on our parlays of the day. So we
What a
placed-
fucking week.
Oh my god, dude, my Bovada's never looked prettier. So when we talk about how well we do, that's up on Fiverr, so people can, you know, get in the gist with a quick recap of how well we're
And
doing.
Listen, I also like the fact that we're not doing the hiding the units thing here, man. We're putting the cash up on the board. Listen, we're not all fucking millionaires. We're not fucking driving around in Bugattis and shit like that. But god damn it, can we make a quick buck, buddy?
Oh, dude, it's been fantastic to make $80 off a $15 bet in a matter of a night. Is that, dude? That's if you're making $15 an hour, that's half a fucking day of fucking of fucking what's it called, minimum wage fucking work at McDonald's. So you know, it's something where you can enjoy a game a little bit more, and if you do it smartly, you can grow your bag. I talked a lot about how I came in early on and I was swinging and hitting a lot of shit, and then when the regression comes, I was like, fuck, just throw more six legs. And Dan's like, slow down.
Yep.
Bob and weave through all the bullshit, find something you like, and hit it with one leg. And we talk about this a lot, and I made this display for one episode, and I decided to keep it because we talk a lot about the leg percentages for any parlays. And we talk about a straight bet being an easy, as close you can get it to 50% chance. It's a 50% chance of an over and under that you probably or probably don't hit it. And then as you add on more legs, it totally changes your betting dynamic. So recognizing that and also adding in single bets has made me a more calm, a more steady pre-thought better than just being oh my god.
You're fucking calculated now, and that's what you have to get when you gamble. You have to be fucking meticulous. You have to do the work, but you also have to be calculated. It's not. Listen, if I have $200 in my bankroll, I'm not taking fucking 15 fucking $6 bets. Like, that makes no sense. Okay, scale back. Do the ones you really love. Take them singly. Take them at the parlay level. Cover your fucking losses. That is the biggest thing. Stay in the game. You can't you can't make money if you're out of the fucking game, buddy.
Yeah, it's crazy because I went from having a night where I was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, to now I got almost $1,000 in my shit. So it's something where, you know, you try, you learn, and honestly, like, just me being an example of being on the show, I know anyone that could have tailed us and watched our content could have definitely learned with us. So play your straight bets, as well as, you know, be smart about your parlays and your unit size, and you can grow with us and get into it. And then when fantasy football season comes, we'll help you on the marathon. of playing fantasy football and trying to win your league to get a little bit of extra bread on it. And also, maybe you can pay for your buy-in with a little nice parlay hit that we lay up to you. Because our parlays of the day are our bread and butter, and as we grow, and we got to get on Discord. We definitely got to get a Discord going because it helps so much, and just the way you got to do it. But one thing I wanted to bring up to you as we're nearing the end of the NFL season, and as we pivot into the off season for the NFL, we're only going to have a couple months left of hockey before the playoffs. Playoff hockey is going to be a lot of fun to bet on. A lot of fun to really get into with unfavorable matchups, favorable matchups. We're going to get into NASCAR, not too big into baseball. And then the NBA playoffs are going to be right around the corner for that as well. So, Dan, can I ask you a question? When all those sports finish their season, that I'm assuming it's late July to whenever October the season comes around, is it just NASCAR or what are we betting on it? In that time frame?
We're betting on anything and everything realistically, but generally you're getting by on tennis. Generally you're getting by on NASCAR. A little bit of golf here and there, but we'll stick to our bread and butter, which is NASCAR. But yeah, it gets the dog days of summer. They're rough, man, especially when it's just fucking baseball. Jesus
so what that means, guys, is get in while you can, be a part of the game. Don't sit on the sidelines. You can join us either by just being a subscriber and watching us on YouTube, or you can tailor our exclusive picks and quadruple the speed in which you're upgrading your bankroll on Instagram at Degen Fantasy Premium. Get our exclusive picks, parlays of the day, and all that. You've heard me talk about it before if you've been here before. But moving forward, as we look into tonight, Dan, what time is it? It is 6:39. I was wondering if you'd be so inclined to me, because every time we kind of get on, we kind of build. I get on Prize Picks. I start showing the displays, and I kind of build like a hockey parlay. Do you want to do each of us make a parlay or a couple straight bets? So there's 2-leg or a straight bet, whatever, through Prize Picks. We can see what we can cook up for tonight because we got about 20 minutes before the 7 o'clock NHL and NBA games start.
Yeah, that's right.
So present, share screen.
Yeah, we can run that.
And as we get into that, before we start talking about it, I just finally signed in to a Prize Picks account because it's not legal, or it's not available, should I say, in the state of Connecticut where I reside. I didn't know there was a popular tab. I don't know if this is fairly new or not, but Dan's known about it. Dan, what do you think about riding picks or something like this, whether it's on the popular tab? Because I know some people are really keen to it and some people really like it. And that's honestly probably all the sports betting insight they have is look at McCaffrey's on fire. Let's either do over or under. So what do you think about the popular tab? Is it something you shy away from, something you take a peek at and see what you like?
I think it's new, so we'll have to kind of monitor it. But here's the thing. If there's a lot of people on it, it is going to make me look at it a little sideways. I'm going to be honest with you. Like it says that one has 67,000 or 57,000 people on that bet. I'm a little concerned about that. And what are they taking over or under there, by the way?
They don't tell you. I'm assuming from his last 4 games that they're probably riding the over. And it's also a matchup against Philly, which is odd unless they're trying to play. See, that's another thing you don't know. You just know it's hot. So it's like, oh, this is hot. This is what I'll bet on. And then you go on Instagram and you see, or Twitter, and you see like, oh, this dude who had 4 misses this week took Damian Lillard. Let me just do the opposite of what he's doing. It still doesn't matter if it's hot or not. This is something as I'm just seeing it for the first time today because I never really signed in to Prize Picks.
Yeah.
That I'm probably just going to completely ignore. But it's totally up to you guys. If you want to tail a bunch of fucking people, and be a follower, that's totally fine. Or you can tell people that are talking with you. You can ask questions, talk it out with us, and even explain to us why you're taking what you're taking. But I digress. Dan, we got NBA, NHL, and I guess we got some NFL lines up already. Is there? I will save the NFL because that's that's our bread and butter.
So,
what would you like to incline to look at for you? You want to build your parlay first?
Yeah, let me build mine. Go, give me a little scrolls.
Do you want?
Go to hit me with just rebounds in general.
A decent amount of games tonight. Let's see what Dave's
a lot of
been
fucking
doing.
games tonight.
Yeah, so when you see a name that's popping out to you, give me a holler.
All right.
I would love to see what Wembanyama's been doing.
Yeah, hit that. Go cancel that out there. Go to Embiid. Yeah, let me see that. All right, give me the over on him.
Okay, copy.
And then go back to points.
Points. Yeah, Sacramento sucks. That's a good pick.
Go to points and go down to Wembanyama and take him under.
Wemby under 21.
Yeah.
Under. Let's see what he's been doing. Okay.
Yep.
Popular
Hit him
tab
with
pick.
that.
I like it.
Yep.
Why is Oubre's picture so like who did he pay for
Sexual?
that? Yeah, who did he pay for that? He's like, let me get my
Why is it
bicep.
so? Why does he get his biceps on there like that?
I don't know. It makes me want to take his
He
under.
looks yoked.
Yeah, compared to fucking just having some shoulder blade in there. If you're Devin
Yeah,
Vassell,
what
you're
the
pissed off.
He looks fucking yoked
Tyrese
in that
Maxey's
picture.
projected to get 28 and a half. God damn.
Maxey's a baller this year, isn't he?
No, I know. He was a baller last year. Oh, dude, by the way, you know how we've been riding Kyle Lowry's under?
Mm-hmm.
They finally took him out of the starting lineup, thank Christ.
Did they?
Yeah, because he's fucking dude. If you look up Lowry's stats the
shot.
last fucking however many, let me look up Heat real quick. See if his line's even on here. I think they're playing tonight. Or no, they played last night. Yeah, they're not playing tonight. Yeah, they took him out of the starting lineup. He's probably gonna get traded, I pray, because he's fucking terrible. Brooke Lopez at 14. You don't got to add any more legs. I mean, unless you want to. Do you like Embiid and Wembanyama just as the duo?
Yeah, just yeah, I'm taking that. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna lock in that little fucking screenshot right here. You guys can see it live. This is how I do it. Shipping. You want to cook some hockey too?
Yeah, go for it.
This is interesting. I want to see what he got for. Why is JT? All right, this is gonna be. Let me put my face up real quick. This is gonna be a look into the sports bettors that aren't tailing my strategy of right-handed players. I want to see for shots on goal how many of these players are lefty, and if there's any righties on the popular tab. Charlie Coyle is a righty. That's for points. Shots on goal. Kyle Connor, a lefty. JT Miller, shots on goal, a lefty. Alex Iafallo is a lefty. Kempe is a lefty. Clayton Keller's a lefty. So, I mean, Anthony Duclair, shots on goal, is a lefty. Look how low his shot totals is in general as a lefty. So, I mean, righties are totally getting overlooked as they usually do. And I'm going to see if I can find a righty off rip that I like. So, obviously, Pasternak. Let's look at Pasternak because he's at 8.83. He is the number one. Let me display this real quick. He is the number one shot shooter in the NHL as a right-handed player. And we just watched a video last week talking about the Winnipeg Jets and how they shut down and limit shooters and the amount of opportunities on the rush that they give to other teams based on their strategy. And it has shot them to the top of the NHL. So I'm not necessarily saying that I'm going to take it or you should, but if there's ever a night to go David Pasternak under, and based on his last couple games, he went under twice against New Jersey and St. Louis. I would say it's tonight. And also, he's off a heater against Colorado and Montreal. So, regression, as Dan says, is a thing. So, I'm kind of feeling the Pasternak under. And that starts, I'm going to have to lock these in a minute. We're going to take a minute to lock some of these in. What else do we got? And also, that's counterintuitive to what I've been talking about for right-handed players, but I'm going to try that Winnipeg. I'm going to do that as a straight bet. Jonathan Marchessault. We've been taking him a lot this year. He just played against my Penguins last night, and they snuck one out. He's a really, really smart right-handed shooter. I've been off him a little bit lately. I'm kind of starting to think, though, based on these last 3 games, but he has hit 3 shots each game, so it's not like he's been missing terribly and is due. Playing New Jersey without Jack Hughes. I'm going to put him on the board, but I'm not going to lock it in totally. I'm going to take a look around the league real quick. Because if you can find a righty, and see how a lot of the righties are at 3.5 or 3. Lefty. Righty. Lefty. Let's see. Lefty at 3. Kachuk, 3.5 against Nashville. And Ottawa's fucking been terrible. I'm going to ride this under right here. Matthew Tkachuk, a lefty against a good defensive team. Drew O'Connor for the Pens. Arizona. He's fast. I'm going to take his over. And this is not everything that I'm taking for tonight. I'm just looking at some picks, and I'm gonna start cutting out some fat. My father, Sidney Crosby, against Arizona. Arizona's fucking terrible. I like taking him and watching the game. Oh, hold on. Embiid and Wembanyama can go somewhere else. I'm gonna take Sid with the fucking shover. Viewer discretion is advised. I like Sidney Crosby. JT Miller. This is one everyone's been hot on. Against Chicago, and he's a great player, but he is a lefty. I'm gonna stay the fuck away from it because fuck what everybody else thinks. It's popular, so I'm gonna take it. Nah, fuck all that. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the night. I'm assuming, unless I see it. Where's Besser? He's not even playing. Oh no, he is 3 against Chicago. Fuck him. Fuck him. Right, Dan? Say it.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. You know what I mean? 2 versus Arizona. I'm going to stay away from my team. I already got 2 picks. Let me just look at Carlson. 2.5. Carter Verhaeghe. I like the under against Nashville. And that will be my final pick of the day. And should we take a moment of silence to just, not moment of silence, but, give me a second to lock these in, please. Yeah, so guys, if you're talented with us, take a chance and lock some of these in. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm looking at. And Dan, if you would like to spit some facts or, talk about what you got locked in for tonight already while I do this, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, light night for me. College basketball slates aren't great. Just kind of tallying these picks right now. So we're going to do this together.
Yep. I'm going to do the unders in a 2-leg. Kachuk and Verhaeghe. Wait a minute. Oh, they're both on Florida. I don't know if I like that. I can't. They're both at 3.5. Let me see. Let me see if on Bovada he's at 3.5. Where is Kachuk? He's at 3.5 as well. So I'm just gonna lock in Verhaeghe. I'm not gonna touch Kachuk because he's definitely the better player of the 2. So I really like that one. So I'm gonna keep Kachuk off. Let me look at the Pens with Drew O'Connor. Let me see if his line is the same or if it's lower. If it's lower, I'm smacking it. Okay, his line on Bovada is 2.5, but his overs plus 154.
Yeah, but I mean, he's good. The only thing that wins is 3 anyways. So.
Yep. All right, so I'm rocking it. I'm rocking it. And then I'm not going to touch Sid. Marcius, we got 10 minutes to get these in.
I know.
Fuck. I'm going to lock in this 2-legger first. That's what I'm going to do.
Lock
Plus
it in.
376 for Verhaeghe and Drew O'Connor. 15 to win 71. You know what? Run it. I'm feeling frisky, dog. Place the singles as well. What do we got? Crosby over. Pasternak under. I'm rocking them together. Crosby over. Pasternak under. It's that matchup we've been looking at. We've been trying to see.
I'm taking that Pasternak line fucking separate.
From Sid?
Yeah.
I will do as well then. That's a good choice.
I don't like it a lot.
Because he's the best shooter in the fucking league. Yeah, it's a good choice.
Yeah, and I feel like Winnipeg it's hit or miss on who they shut down.
Yeah. Let me look around the league real quick. So I got Sid, Chicago. I'm so excited for Bedard to come back.
Yeah.
Let me see.
How long has he got? He's got to be gone for a while, right?
He's got the bubble on, which is like a big clear shield. So, and that's what he wore in juniors when he fucking was nasty. So I think he'll be even more aggressive because when you go from wearing that visor to a fucking cage, like you don't give a fuck. You're just like bobbing and weaving through fucking everything.
What's the difference though? What's the difference? Oh,
from a visor, from a visor to a cage or the clear cage, is that like, for example, if I want to go to the front of the net and I wore a visor for a long time and I had to get 8 stitches in my face from it, If you wear a visor, you're not as aggressive as you would like to be because you got to protect your face. You can't get in shooting lanes as well because if you take a puck to the face, you're gonna fucking die. And when you're going to the net, you're less aggressive because you're more worried about your face. Like when you're wearing a cage, like I wear a cage right now, and I play way more aggressively with a cage on because I just feel that extra layer of safety, and your biggest thing you have
That
to
makes
protect is your
sense.
face. So yeah, when he
That
comes
makes sense.
back, I'm riding that shit heavy. What do we got? We got 652.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
Sid.
these in quick.
I'm gonna take Sid and some to wins. Let's look at the game markets.
You like O'Connor over, right? Because his under
Over.
is like minus 205.
The reason why I like O'Connor over is because let me go back to the display. Oh, I just removed it out of stage. Where is Drew? Drew. Because he's a younger player on our team and he can score and he's fast. So against fast teams like Seattle that's young, Carolina who's young, Philly who's young, we ride him a lot because he's our fastest player, and we're playing Arizona who is terrible because they're really, really young. I think the average age on their team is 20, maybe 21.
Okay.
So that's why I really like that pick. Older team, Vegas. Vancouver's an older team. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh to win with Sid over. You know, I'm going to add the Drew O'Connor line into. I'll make it a little 3-leg Penguins game parlay. Game markets, shots on goal. Arizona, Pittsburgh. Let's do. Where is he? Drew O'Connor over. 654. It's 15 to 105 with those three.
Yeah.
Where's Sid at? I want to see Sid's stats one more time. Yeah. Yep. I'm running it. He's been on a heater. You know, he's on pace to score 50 goals this season as he's at a 36-year-old. As a 36-year-old.
No shit.
Yeah, and everyone's freaking out about it. They're talking about him for MVP, for like most valuable player, because he's the most important to his team. He is shooting the puck 6'5", 6'4", and 3. He had a down game last game, so I think he's going to come in here against a shitty team and try to fucking light it up.
All right. Yeah, I'm locking in right now on everything. Come on, fuck.
And listen, you don't have to place these to win tonight. Let me pull up the games tonight. Hold on. NHL games. I think we're going to wrap here soon, too, because we just wanted to come in today and recap schedule. Let's see. All right. Share this tab instead. So we got NHL.com. So sexy. Oh, and they got the odds on here, too, on NHL.com. Okay, NHL. So Boston, Winnipeg. I don't think it's a bad choice to try Winnipeg tonight. I'd probably stay away from it, though. I really like Vegas versus New Jersey. New Jersey's missing their best player, and, you know, they've been kind of on a slump, and Montreal beat them, and Vegas is far better. Florida versus Nashville. I'd take Florida. Pittsburgh versus Arizona. I'll take Pittsburgh. Vancouver versus Chicago. I'm rocking Vancouver all fucking night, and obviously you can see from their fucking display here. And LA versus San Jose. As much as LA is the better team, that's a rivalry game, so they know how to play against each other well. I think that's it for me.
Hit me with all right, so you like Vegas? Who else tonight? Pittsburgh.
Vegas, Pittsburgh. Vegas is more one of the risky ones, but it's got a better payout because New Jersey's one of the better teams in the league, but Vegas is really fucking good. I think they're a better team than them. New Jersey's very young and they're missing Jack Hughes. Okay. So Vegas, Pittsburgh better have a fucking game tonight. And Vancouver 1000%. And if you want to add a nice little fucking over-under, you can pick either between Boston or Winnipeg. I wouldn't be mad at either choice.
Okay.
I'm gonna add in a shots on goal total to this. Where's Eichel at tonight? Is he playing? Oh, wait a minute. Did you lock in Vegas?
No,
Eichel's not playing, I don't think.
maybe that's why.
That might be why.
All right, I love that Marcia show pick a lot.
Oh,
more
then
now.
yeah, now I got Marcia Show at 2.5.
Me too.
Okay, I'm running that.
Yeah, I just smacked that line.
All right, cool. At 6:57, so we have locked in all of our picks for the evening. So you know what that means also? I'm locking in a display for our stream, which is going to be on, remind me, Dan, Wednesday.
Yeah, we're doing Wednesday.
So listen, these Monday streams are going to be a little bit more light and relaxed, probably only going to be our streams. We're going to recap, talk picks, whatever the case may be, and talk about the games that just happened. Wednesdays are important streams because we're going to talk about what we like coming up for the week. We're going to talk about what we hit on recently. And we're going to basically be doing a lot of analysis and breakdowns. And then Saturday is going to be prepping you for if you didn't get in, this is what we got. This is what lines moved. This is what changes happened. They said Debo was 50-50. Oh my God, Debo's not playing. How do you play it?
Right. Yep.
How does that affect your picks? How does that affect where you want to go? And then other than that, we will be back Wednesday, Saturday, and then that coming Monday. And Dan, do you have any other final thoughts before we wrap it up here?
No, we didn't recap any of the other games really, but yeah, we're.
No, we did. We did. We talked about Detroit and we talked about San Fran and Green Bay. We were like, yeah, wow, crazy game. Because honestly, the trending topic was Bills, and I'll
I'm fucking around. No, other than that, hey guys, other than that, fucking keep telling the picks. Get on that Instagram. Let's make some fucking money, man.
Yeah, and listen, San Fran obviously, did their thing, and it's going to be a crazy matchup with the Lions and San Fran, and then Baltimore, KC. If Baltimore doesn't win, I'm not watching the Super Bowl, and that's just what it is. You feel me? Anybody with me? I'm not watching it. And yeah, maybe the Super Bowl logo myth and lure will come true for a third season in a row, and if that happens, fourth season.
We're riding that shit next year.
Oh, next year we're fucking spazzing. By the way, did any games have a shortest touchdown of under 1 yard?
Just one.
Wow.
Well, 1 in 3 they caught up to us.
Wow. What game was that?
One. I think it was. Pretty sure it was the Houston game.
Okay. All right. Well, this has been Degen Fantasy, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to tail us on Instagram, follow us at Degen Fantasy Premium. And yeah, till Wednesday. Later.